SLS. This is 10 News at 6, working for you.
For health experts, advice is simple. Now is the time to get your flu shots. The clues doctors believe are signs of a tough flu season ahead.
Pushing VMI cadets to the limit.
You know, some things, you look at it, you don't know how to complete it.
They're competing in the Rat Challenge, and as you'll find out, it's not for the faint of heart.
And a story of survival for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We're talking to one woman who escaped her abuser and the local shelter critical to her recovery.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for joining us for 10 News at 6. I'm Duke Carter. John Carlin is on assignment.
And I'm Rachel Lucas. Tonight, one woman who escaped from a harrowing abusive situation is sharing her story.
And 10 News anchor Lindsay Kennett joins us now live in studio to share this survivor's journey to freedom. And Lindsay, tell us her story.
Well, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and that's why this woman wanted to share her story, to make sure that other survivors get out before it's too late.
I have scars that are a daily reminder of what I don't want to go back to.
At 40 years old, Erica Ramirez is finally at a good place in her life.
And it feels good to know that I've survived.
She's a survivor of domestic abuse and escaped 1 year ago. For her own safety, Ramirez did not want to show her face on camera.
I fell in love with a man who was addicted to methamphetamines and heroin and became a monster.
Ramirez says her abuser controlled and isolated her.
Held me captive, away from society, away from a phone. He was my only go-to person. He was the only human I knew. And he kept it like that for many years.
Ramirez made the decision to leave and not look back last October after years of abuse.
I was 6.5 months pregnant. And I knew that the little life inside me deserved a chance, and so did I. My abuser didn't allow me to get prenatal care.
Malnourished, battered, and bruised, Ramirez left home and walked for 3 hours before an elderly couple driving by saw her and pulled over.
They asked me, did I need any help? And I said, I need the nearest hospital.
They took Ramirez to Carilion Roanoke Memorial Hospital, and she found refuge at the Turning Point, the Salvation Army shelter for survivors of domestic violence.
There's a sign there. It says she believed she could, so she did. And I knew I was okay.
Captain Jamie Clay says there's a 69% increase in hotline calls at the shelter since last year.
Sometimes there's no one that's even speaking yet on the other line. So we know that's a person in crisis, and we just want to make sure that they know that we are here for them and we will do whatever we can to be able to get them to safety.
Ramirez's son Ezra was born that December. He has a rare genetic condition and spent the first couple months of his life in the NICU. But even then, the abuse followed Ramirez.
CPS was called by my abuser and his family, and they took custody away from me because of domestic violence. I didn't leave sooner.
With help from Turning Point staff, Ramirez regained full physical custody of her son and was awarded a protective order. Now, Ramirez says she and her son have a bright future and hopes other survivors reach out for help.
To know that you're not alone is a beautiful thing.
Ramirez and her son are both happy and healthy. She does want to remind people who may be in an abusive situation that even if you're not ready to leave, you can call or text the Turning Point's 24/7 crisis hotline. You see that number on your screen, even just to talk about options. Now, that hotline number is 540-345-0400. Live in the studio, I'm Lindsay Kennett, 10 News, working for you.
All right, thank you, Lindsay. This afternoon, Roanoke City Council got an update on the city's gun violence prevention framework, as well as monthly data from Roanoke City Police. During the month of September, 36 firearms were taken off the streets. That brings the year-to-date total to 287 guns confiscated by Roanoke Police. They also presented the latest in the investigations to the 4 gun violence incidents in the month of September, 2 of which resulted in the death of 2 teenage boys. Mayor Sherman Lee asked Captain David Morris about the kind of people they run into with illegal guns.
What I'm hearing on the street is young people, most of them are packing a gun somewhere. Does that seem to be the case?
That would be accurate of the individuals that we come into contact with and arrest for these charges, yes. Most of them are probably under the age of 30.
2 of the 4 cases of gun violence last month have been closed. That's according to police because of the victims being uncooperative.
Now to your forecast, of course, more clear skies for us.
Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowitz joins us now. We have a live look at downtown Roanoke. It has been a gorgeous day and a gorgeous week, really.
It really has been, guys, and it looks like it's going the ointment, but for the most part, we're looking at a pretty dry forecast here until about next week, until next Thursday, so 1 week from today. Here's a look at the local view, and you'll notice that we do have just a couple of clouds here or there. Most of the clouds right now are in areas north of Highway 460, south of Highway 460. You're not seeing much in the way of cloud cover at all. Let's talk Friday, and we're going to be, I think, seeing a little more cloud cover tomorrow because we have a front at least approaching the area, and as that happens, it is going to potentially increase our cloud cover, especially later in the day. Temperatures start in the 40s to near 50 with highs in the upper 70s. Can't rule out a stray shower very late in the day tomorrow, and that chance for a stray shower will linger Friday night into early Saturday, but many more of us will stay dry than get wet. Other thing I want to talk to you about tomorrow, the wind. It is going to be breezy at times for us. High school football forecast, breezy, mild, temperatures at 7 o'clock in the upper 60s, falling into the low to mid 60s by around 9. Overall, it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice night for high school football come tomorrow evening. What we're tracking here, much cooler this weekend. As a matter of fact, we're going to be cold enough for the potential for some frost on Sunday morning and then again on Monday morning. Duke?
All righty, thank you, Jeff. Medical experts are predicting a tough flu season this year. They're encouraging people, especially those who are 65 and older, to protect themselves now. Medical experts say, especially for those from Carilion, are seeing high flu rates in Australia this year, exceeding a 5-year average. Reasons are decreased immunity and vaccination rates. Another factor, people are not wearing masks. Doctors say at one point during the pandemic, there was a low number of people getting the flu because folks were wearing masks.
When you vaccinate, you protect your loved ones because you form a cocoon of safety around them. And that is key for any community.
Doctors are stressing the importance to wear a mask, especially if you are 65 or older, and encouraging everyone to get vaccinated. Local Colors is celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month this Saturday.
That's right. The family-friendly event is happening in downtown Roanoke at the Wells Fargo Plaza. You can enjoy live music, dance performances, cultural presentations, and educational segments. This is a chance to highlight the rich diversity of Latin American culture right here in Southwest Virginia.
It's going to be a really great time, some educational pieces, because the purpose of this really is to inform people about the significance of a Hispanic Heritage Month and to gain an appreciation for Latin American cultures.
A variety of Latin American food, artisans, and business vendors will also be at the celebration. Hispanic Heritage Month runs until October 15th. Coming up, Gold's Gym wants to know who's the bench press king or queen in the Roanoke Valley. It's going to cost you to compete, but we'll tell you the good cause money will go toward.
A challenging course until VMI cadets realize they're tackling it together. The men testing their limits in the Institute's Rat Challenge.